These are sweet, they're a little bit salty. If you've watched QVC, you've absolutely seen me present these before. One of my favorite brands, and I'm bringing you a really special offer because we actually have 5 bags and it's under $20. We've got an original, so you're getting all 5 of that original sweet and salty, no nuts added, just that classic recipe that started 269 years ago. And we also have the combo, which I love because here we're giving you 1 bag of all of our most favorite Everton butter toffee pretzel flavors all in one offer. So you can either do that original, which I know is the most limited, or you can do that combo with all 5 flavors. And I will jump right into that flavor profile now so you can really know what you're getting. So in the combo, you can do that original, which has just that sweetness and that saltiness that you know and love from Everton. We also have vanilla bean, which is one of our newer flavors. We use real vanilla bean in there. This one is so sweet. It's delicious. Vanilla pairs beautifully with that butter toffee flavor. Then we've got roasted cashew. Now, this we've had for a long time. If you've had it, you probably love it. It's got those real whole pieces of toasted cashew in there that we hand roll after pouring that Everton butter toffee all over these light and crisp pretzels. Then we've got the toasted pecan. And I like to say this one kind of reminds me of a pecan pie. You've got that nuttiness from the pecans. Again, we're using real whole pecans. So you're getting these pieces in there that adds a great texture and a great nuttiness. And then we've got that almond, which I love. If you are a fan of almond extract, you will love this. I use it in my baking. So I like to open a bag of this right away because it smells so delicious. And almond, I feel like pairs so beautifully with that browned butter flavor of butter toffee that we love. There's a great close up. You can really see how each of these is unique and one of a kind because we hand roll that butter toffee over these light snap salty pretzels. And then we roll them in whatever nut they come with, unless you're getting that original. So this one, you can see those toasted almonds and they're filling all those great little nooks and crannies of the pretzel. And then this one here, oh, this is a 2 for 1 because you get 2 of those in there. And this one's covered in that butter toffee. So what you're getting with these is this classic pretzel, which my husband always says, make sure to say it's not break your tooth toffee. It's a light snap, crisp pretzel that has just the right amount of saltiness on there. And then we roll them in that Everton butter toffee. So you're getting that sweetness, that browned butter flavor, and that just delicious pairing with this light, salty snack. They just go so beautifully together. And again, it's a light snap, light, crisp pretzel. So we use real whole premium ingredients. We're so proud of that. We use butter, cream, salt, of course, brown sugar, all the things you want in this delicious butter toffee recipe, which dates back to 1753. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history because it's so fun. So this original recipe started in 1753 in the back of a cottage of a woman named Molly Bushell. And she was creating this original recipe in the back of her home in an open air boiler, if you can believe that. And she was stirring the butter and the cream and the sugar, and all that delicious smell was in the air. And she started selling this original recipe to neighbors. And word got out in this tiny town in Everton. And people like Charles Dickens and Queen Victoria were said to be fans of this original recipe, which we're still inspired by today, coming up with these delicious gourmet treats just to bring our QVC customers. So the offer today is 5 bags. If you're just tuning in, it's $19.98, so it's under $20. You can do either 5 bags in that original, which I know is the most popular. You're doing all 5 in the original, or you can do 5 bags in the combo, which you're going to get 1 original. This is nice to just try all the flavors because these are our top flavors. 1 of that vanilla bean, which has that real vanilla. That roasted cashew, which we're going to roll in real cashew pieces with that warm butter toffee. Toasted pecan, which is like a more nutty kind of pecan flavor, or that almond. And the almond, we use real almond extract along with real toasted almonds. So it's a real punch of almond flavor, which I love so much. That's such a great way to kind of get a sample of all Everton's, top flavors. We put a little keyhole in all of these because they're so giftable and cute. You can put a bow on there or add a little bit of a card or something for a neighbor. These are so nice to share with friends. If you just need a hostess gift to bring to someone's dinner party, or if you're entertaining this summer, it's such a great thing to share with a friend. They're also resealable. I have 2 kids. I always have these in my car. I have these in my stroller. And if my kids or I ever need a little pick me up, they're so nice to reach in and have a couple. And then, of course, you can seal it up. Also, I like to just show what a serving size is in case you're curious. So 10 of these pretzels is 120 calories, which is about 2 big handfuls, which is great. You can really have a nice sampling of this treat, totally guilt-free. Also, these go so beautifully with buttered popcorn if you're watching a movie. They're like one of our favorite snacks at home, and we always have our pantry filled with these. So you can see all of these are different. They're truly unique. That warm butter toffee is poured over these crisp, light pretzels that have just the right amount of sea salt in there. So you're starting off with that kind of like browned butter taste that you think of with a butter toffee. And then it ends with this light, crisp, salty, snap with a pretzel, which when I want to have a snack, I want to have something that's a little bit salty, a little bit sweet. And then, of course, I love crunchy. So you kind of have the best of all those worlds in here. Now, Everton Toffee uses real premium, delicious ingredients. So we start with butter and cream and brown sugar, a little bit of salt. We roll them in whatever nuts the flavor is, whether it's toasted almonds, roasted cashews, toasted pecans, or that vanilla. So you're getting this delicious premium ingredients, and you're getting all 5 flavors. So you can really try them all and share them with friends. And under $20 for all 5 bags. I feel like you need these in your house, in your hostess cabinet. I grew up having one of those with my mom. She'd be like, go in the gift cabinet, and we'd get a bottle of wine or some sort of gift to bring to a friend's house. And now as an adult and a mom myself, I do the same thing. I'll have like a cabinet that I feel like I can bring to a neighbor's, and I'll always get invited back because who doesn't love a little bit of that sweetness and a little bit of that saltiness? So if you're just tuning in, you're getting all 5 bags. You can do that original, which has that classic butter toffee taste, which this original recipe that started 269 years ago, we are still inspired by today. It put Everton, this tiny town in England, on the map for this toffee recipe. So it's actually really a toffee tradition. You're buying a piece of history when you have this. It's such a fun story. This woman was creating this in the back of her home in this open air boiler. And now we get to eat it in 2022 and share it with friends and family. This classic toffee tradition. Look at those 2 stuck together. I love opening a new bag because you never know what's going to come out. Some of them have a little bit with those toasted nuts. Some of them are all stuck together. Some of them, you can really see are all in those nooks and crannies. And again, it's this light snap pretzel with salt. So it's not like a super hard toffee. It's not a break your tooth toffee or anything. It's just a delicious, okay, I'm spilling everywhere, but that's okay. It's just this delicious toffee that's coated on these light pretzels. So you get that sweetness and that saltiness. And my favorite part of that butter toffee taste is kind of that browned butter flavor. If you've browned butter on the stovetop, you know what I'm talking about, where it's a little bit nutty and kind of sweet. And then you get that paired beautifulness with all these different nuts. So you're going to get 5 bags. You can either choose all 5 in the original or all 5 in the combo where you're going to taste a little bit of each. So we have a whole hour of amazing treats coming up in this show. And coming up in a little bit is these Corky's barbecue wings that I mentioned earlier. You can get 3 pounds or 6 pounds of these seasoned wings. I have tasted these in studio. They are unbelievable. So stay tuned for those. And I think coming up next is Ralph Pellerino, one of my buddies. Oh, those look so good. Kansas City. Can't wait to hear about what you have.
We got 16 or 32, 3